Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Jimmy Butler makes history in Warriors playoff debut. The Warriors Game 1 win over the Rockets wasn't just a road victory, it was a message. Golden State walked into Houston's building and walked out with a 9,585 win thanks to their defense, their stars, and a willingness to embrace a little chaos when it counted. Most. Warriors set the tone early. Golden State led for nearly the entire night, holding Houston to just 13 points in the second quarter, and 85 total, their lowest scoring game of the season. We just held a hell of a team to 85 points on their home floor, Steve Kerr said. Our defense is big time, we're going to count on that. The Warriors didn't blitz Alper and Shannon, who finished with 26 points. They trusted Draymond Green to defend him straight up and focused on keeping Houston's guards in check. At work, Jalen Green and Fred VanVleet combined to shoot 7 of 34. If it's a half-court game, I really think our defense can get the job done in this series, Kerr added, so we can't be turning it over. We can't give up a million offensive boards. Warriors stars deliver and make history. Stephen Curry finished with 31 points, hitting big threes in the fourth quarter to keep Houston at bay, but the night belonged to more than just the chef. Jimmy Butler, in his first playoff game with the Warriors, made franchise history. He became only the fourth player since the mid-1970s to record 25-plus points, 7-plus rebounds, 6-plus assists, and 5-plus steals in a postseason game. It wasn't just his stat line 2-5-7-6-5, it was how he got there, drawing fouls, hitting tough shots, and playing with that edge that's defined playoff Jimmy. 4 years organized chaos, the Warriors' identity. Despite a 23-point second-half lead, the Warriors let Houston claw back late. A few rushed passes, a miscommunication on an inbound. Kerr at one point screamed poise at Curry and Green after an unforced turnover, but this is the Curry-era Warriors. The turnovers, the unpredictability, it's all part of the ride. Sometimes good things come out of the organized chaos that one player in particular loves and thrives in. Butler said, I love the organized chaos. I'm not going to lie because nobody knows what to expect, not even myself, not even coach. The only person who knows what's coming out of the organized chaos is the one creating it. Golden State's post-deadline defense, the best in the league since acquiring Butler, showed up in Game 1. They held Houston to 6 of 29 shooting from deep and forced 22 offensive rebounds to turn into just 85 points. We've got to be rock solid, Kerr said. If we're rock solid, smart, and tough, I think we'll be in good shape. Via The Athletic, they weren't perfect, but they didn't have to be. Looking ahead, Game 2 is Wednesday night in Houston. The Warriors have now won at least one road playoff game in 28 of the 29 series in the Curry era. They've got Butler making history, Curry bending geometry, and a defense that travels. If Golden State can stay disciplined and keep riding their stars, the organized chaos might just carry them even further. Warriors Stephen Curry sets the record straight on Jimmy Butler. The Golden State Warriors secured an impressive win over the Houston Rockets in Game 1 of their first-round playoff series. Stephen Curry's three-point shooting proved to be a major difference-maker, as it has done throughout his career. Jimmy Butler also made a significant impact. He ended the game with 25 points, 6 assists, 7 rebounds, and 5 steals, shooting 10 of 19 from the field. Despite his showing, Charles Barkley still downplayed Butler's impact when talking to Curry on TNT's post-game show. Curry quickly defended his all-star teammate. Jimmy's nice. Don't get that twisted, Curry said. He's carried teams to the finals. The idea of what he brings to us is another guy who is just comfortable with the ball in his hands to create for himself and others no matter what the situation is. You saw plenty times he kind of made something out of nothing. He is a legitimate ball handler where we can give it to him in space, on the post, at the elbow, wherever, and teams have to respect him. So if I can space and give him room and keep the defense honest, that helps, and we've had a really good chemistry since he's been here. Curry and Butler have formed a fearsome partnership since teaming up After the February 6th trade deadline, the duo's individual skill sets are perfectly suited, helping them bring the best out of each other. What did Charles Barkley say? Barkley's original comment clearly didn't sit right with Curry. The veteran analyst and former player had noted how Butler was a secondary option behind Curry and wasn't at the same level. Obviously, he's a heck of a player, Barkley said. He's giving you the ability to rest more. He's not as great as you, but he's a really nice second closer to have on the team. Correct. One key to the Warriors' success over the years has been their close-knit locker room. Curry was right to defend Butler in that situation, as it will only help bring them closer and forge a better on-court partnership. Draymond Green praises Stephen Curry during his post-game news conference. Draymond Green praised Curry for his impact throughout the Warriors when he's a true pro. Green said, "Today's day and age, it's impossible to not hear anything. You open your phone up, even if you're not looking at something, somebody's going to send you a DM, or somebody's going to send you a message off Instagram. That's just the nature of the world we live in. I think it's impossible for anybody to not hear anything, but at the end of the day, we're not coming out here trying to prove a point." Green continued, "We've been at this for a very long time to try to prove a point, because someone said X is pointless. We're trying to win basketball games, and in order for us to win basketball games, it requires Steph Curry to be great." The Warriors are now 3 wins away from booking their spot in the Western Conference semifinals. However, Udoka's team won't go away easily. Golden State will need more big performances from Curry and Butler if they want to overcome a Rockets team that finished second in a loaded Western Conference. Amy Udoka gets 100% real about Rockets' brutal offense in Game 1 loss to Warriors. The Houston Rockets' biggest question mark heading into their first-round series against the Golden State Warriors was their half-court offense, and in Game 1 this weakness of theirs came back to haunt them as they shot just 39.1% from the field as a team in a 95-85 loss to the Warriors. Even their 16-rebound advantage on the offensive glass wasn't enough to make up for their lack of scoring efficiency as a unit outside of Alper and Sengun. The Rockets didn't have much going in the way of offense. It's going to be hard for any team to win a game if their starting backcourt shoots a combined 734 from the field, with Fred VanVleet and Jalen Green building a house of bricks with each miss that clangs off the rim. Head coach Udoka, however, is not about to lose his composure just because a poor shooting night led to a disheartening Game 1 loss for the higher-seeded Rockets. Some guys did struggle offensively, not going to overreact to one game, Udoka said in his post-game presser. According to Will Kungle of Fox 26 Houston, there is always a feeling-out process that happens in the first game of a 7-game playoff series, and the worst thing any team can do is overreact when things don't go their way. The first team to 4 wins advances, so while it matters a bit as to which team wins Game 1, it's not the end of the world if they don't. Perhaps there is some positive regression on the way for the likes of VanVleet and Green, which should bode well for the Rockets. After all, they did just lose by 10 points, even with the disparity in scoring efficiency between the two sides on the night. But there is a sense of urgency for them to figure it out, as they will not want to head out on the road down 2-0 in the series. There is little margin for error when it comes to facing a team with as much playoff experience as this Golden State Warriors side does, while the effort on defense and on the glass was there for the Rockets. Basketball is still won by the team that scores more than the opposition, and they couldn't throw one into the ocean on Sunday night. If they tried, this series will be a good exercise for the Rockets as to whether or not they must pursue multiple offensive upgrades in the off-season. And you, Finn, what did you think of the news? Leave your opinion in the comments.